out walking the dogs. Hi Freddie. It's literally freezing sub-zero, it's snowing, so as you might imagine, super cold. I was walking the dogs last thing, my fingers were absolutely blue and numb, and I don't feel the cold really, but it was really cold last night. I went to bed a wee bit, I don't know, upset, anxious, maybe even angry, because when I was going to bed, I fucking knew people would be dying here in Glasgow, all over the UK and anywhere in the world with homelessness. I knew people would be dying that were homeless. And I'm saying this, I get it, from the privileged position of my lovely new build house with central heating and the best energy efficiency. If I'm cold, I can turn the heating up. But I knew going to bed, people in Glasgow would be fucking dying. And that's homelessness, and it's not an easy problem to solve. But I also know what made me angry is people turn a fucking blind eye to this, and I don't do anywhere near enough as I should. We do a lot for homelessness, but not to solve the problem. And I just was really angry because people are going to their beds and they're fucking idolising politicians. I've raised this debate and I've put stuff on LinkedIn and said, well, what should the government do? I don't think we should assign blame. I don't see what good blaming the government does just because they idolise politicians. People are turning a fucking blind eye to where money's been spent, and here in Scotland they're changing all the road signs and police and ambulances to fucking Gaelic. That money could save lives. People have died last night. People are probably dying. It's fucking snowing. I don't know if you can see it. People will literally made it through the night and think they're going to survive and die while I record this video at 6 in the morning. And people are turning a blind eye to government fucking corruption, to all the stuff that's happening in the media. And it's fucking really sickening. And again, I don't do enough, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, the opposite. I've got the capacity and the facilities and to make a difference. And we do some stuff with the charity, but we don't do enough. I've been to local authorities and tried to take homeless off the streets at Christmas, and fucking local authorities said, we will prosecute you. If you don't have an HMO licence, so you can't put people in off the well. If you don't have an HMO licence, you're breaking the law. And again, that's a fucking true story. I said, well, it's Christmas and New Year, you're always shut. You just won't be fucking doing anything because you're the council. And they said, we'll put extra resources on to find you. We'll find you, we know what properties are on Rightmove at that time. We will find your properties. I'll put extra resources on, that guy said. Extra staff, pay them double time to find you and prosecute you. Well, they've got fucking money for that, but they don't have money to help homelessness. They've got money to prosecute somebody taking people off the streets in this weather, but they don't have the same money to put them up in hostels or help or build something. So I think, and I don't blame governments for this. Why? Because it's people, it's us. We let them away with it. We turn a blind eye. We do stupid fucking CEO sleepouts. One of the biggest jokes ever. And I know this will offend people, and I know good people that have done the sleepouts. I can fucking 100% tell you the sleepouts are not for the homeless. It's for people's social media to make them feel good. They're sitting drinking Prosecco. They're running away to hotels. And guys, you know, if you're watching this, I've got some friends that have done it. You know, you're drinking Prosecco and you're fucking 180 togs sleeping bags with your thermal stuff on. It's a joke. You know when it starts snowing like this, because I know people that have done it, they bounce to hotels. So that's a joke. We turn a blind eye to what the government spend money on. They spend money on absolute shit. I don't know if I said it in this video. Fucking changing road signs, changing signs and police from police to policia, or whatever the Gaelic is, as if MD would not know. That money would have saved lives, but yet it's for some political nonsense, and we turn a blind eye to it. So I believe we let governments away. There's so many people in this country idolise the government. They idolise figures in the government when they don't deserve to be idolised, and they're complicit in this. They're complicit in the deaths, and everybody at this moment in time, well, it's the next current thing, guys, because it doesn't matter when you watch this video. There will be something where you probably watching, yes I do, 2 bags, have updated your profile picture in an absolute shameful display of virtue signalling, because that's, you're turning a blind eye. And I think it's fear, it's weakness. MD that does updates their Facebook or argues on Twitter or does all this but doesn't actually do anything and has their opinions and stuff they don't know anything about, it's weakness and it's fear in their part. and that should be pitied. But updating your Facebook or saying, I stand with X. Guys, you stand with what you're told to stand with. Whenever you record this, it was Ukraine, now it's not, it's Palestine, it doesn't matter. You will stand with what you are told to stand with. You don't really make your own decision, it's all pre-programmed, because if you did stand for it, you would stand for stuff that really matters, rather than the exact things you've been told to by the media. So updating your profile picture does fuck all, and you're complicit in people's deaths. You're complicit in people's deaths overseas when you allow money to be spent on fucking weapons. And we'll fund helicopters to go and kill other overseas people just because the media told us to. So that is a rant. I am here. It's snowing. I will say that I also must do some virtue signalling as well. Maybe this video is a virtue signal, but I see the flaws. I try to do my best to change them. I don't do anywhere near enough, and I'm going to go back to my nice house, have a nice breakfast, have a nice coffee, pat my dogs in my energy efficient home and get dried off, and I'm going to do a tiny fraction of 1% of what I feel I should need to do as a good member of society. And again, probably all I'm going to do about this is mouth off about the government and the people that idolise idiots in the government and think they're heroes when they're just as corrupt, and I'm going to say as evil as anybody else in the world. And I'm not going to update my profile pictures in virtue signal. But what am I going to do? That is a good question, Scott. I've ranted for 6-7 minutes now. What am I going to do to make the world a better place? I don't know.